So I guess I didn't finish the windshield install, but I did pop it in, and I got the rubber rope in there. Didn't break it, so that's good. And haven't done a lot lately. I guess I have. Picked up some new tires. I don't know what's on there right now, or 11R22.5, and they're actually 10 years old, so they're kind of aged out anyway. And I'm sure I've added 1,000 pounds to the front end. So I've got some 3 1580R22.5s. And these are Toyo coach tires. I got what I would consider a smoking deal on these. They're 5 years old, so in my opinion, there's about a five years left on them. It's generally considered that you can run about 10 years on a coach or a motorhome tire before they age out. After that, you don't really know what's going on underneath the rubber, and they could break down. Then you could have a blowout, which you sure don't want on the steer tire. So anyway, I got these. They're heavier and they're newer, and I paid $350 for the pair, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I got some new seats. I had a couple of seats, but I didn't have matching seats. I was looking for gray leather. I was going to buy new gray leather ones. I wanted truck air seats, and I found these at the truck wrecker, and they're really nice. They're out of a wrecked truck, but they don't have very much wear on them at all. And other than the fact that they're a little greasy from, being in a truck wreck, I guess, they're in beautiful shape. So I'm going to clean them up and throw them in. They're gray. Match the rest of what the interior will look like. Conveniently came out of a Freightliner. I've got a couple of Freightliner labeled components that are going in the dash too. So, oh, and I picked up some new batteries. I had T105 Trojan golf cart batteries, and I wanted to try these. These are AGM Telecom batteries. So I got 3 of these, and they're about 4 years old. They test out really well. So they're 190 amp hours each. I got 3 of them, so almost 600 amp hours. And the nice thing is that they're AGM, so I can lay them on their side, and I don't have to worry anymore about off-gassing and corrosion and that kind of thing. As a motorhome battery, I don't know. I don't see a lot of information on them being used as motorhome batteries. I don't know how well they'll deep cycle, but they are deep cycle AGMs. They're typically kept on as a battery backup for computer systems. So if the power goes out, these kick in and keep things running. So they're typically on a trickle charger, and they stay fully charged. So I'm going to deep cycle them, and we'll see what happens. What else? And I'm working on the doghouse. I'm building a doghouse. Happy to finally get the motor covered up. So I built a frame right here, and I bolted it in. I can lift this so you can see it. So it's a 1x1 square tubing frame, and then I built a structure around it to hold an automotive style gasket. And I went to the junkyard and I pulled this off a pretty late model SUV, so it's in really good shape. And hopefully that'll seal up nice. And now building this double-walled doghouse to go on top. So it's a combination of 1-inch angle and 1-inch square tubing. And I've started building the inside wall, so it's all just going to be sheet metal, and another layer of sheet metal on the outside, and then I will fill the gap with fireproof expanding foam. And then I've got some insulation to go on the inside, and I've got some mass-loaded vinyl sound deadening to go on the outside. Takes any vibration out, and I saved that from the floor of the old Freightliner. yeah, so hopefully it'll be nice and quiet in here. The old doghouse was just a single layer of fiberglass or something. It didn't seal well at all. Wasn't very heavy. And I tried to insulate it, and it was relatively quiet, but you always had to talk at kind of higher than normal conversational volume, which I never liked. So I want this thing to be quiet. This is sort of my temporary test seat here, and I have that in there, making sure that I've got enough room to get in and out of the driver's compartment. So I had to keep playing with the configuration of this doghouse to make sure I had enough room. So this will be a step right here, another step here, and the passenger side is fine because for some reason, I don't know why, but the sofa sits farther back on the passenger side by a good 4 or 5 inches than it does on the driver's side. So there's a lot more room on the passenger side to get in and out. But anyway, it works pretty good. I can get in and out, no problem. Looking forward to the day I sit down and drive it out of the shop. So there you go, you're up to date.